I think one of my biggest achievements is just understanding my own needs, what makes me happy, like trees and birds and sun and wind. It's really hard to be miserable in such surroundings. Those things that I just said, birds, trees and sun, I think you can say they make happy most of the people. It's really hard to be miserable, like surrounded by trees and birds, you know. And yet we still tend to chase another things in our lives, because those are things that are always accessible to us. So what's accessible and always here, we don't appreciate as much. Oh my God, they're so loud, dudes. How many of you here? There's so many birds, it's insane. I don't know where this idea of lack, initial lack, that you don't have something, that you need to be somewhere else, like first appeared. Because actually, like, the birds and the trees and the sun were always accessible to me, but I was just ignoring them, always chasing something else, always like going somewhere, always trying to be somewhere. But can I say it's bad? Like, is it a bad thing? Is it a bad ambition to like always thrive and going somewhere? No, it's not. It was a stage in my life, and if I wouldn't be as ambitious and as miserable in my home city, I would never be here, would never discovered what I discovered, met these amazing people and experiences, and just like understanding life and myself. Everything was just pushing me to this point where I am right now. So I cannot just say, oh, ambition sucks, you know. And I cannot just disregard past version of myself and judging my past version of myself that's like, it's toxic, it's not good, now I'm better, which I do a lot. I tend to do that, like, you know, oh, I improved so much, now I'm more aware, now I'm more in touch with my emotions, I'm more compassionate to other people, I'm more caring about my health and all these things. And somehow we always consider that the current version of ourselves is like better than the previous one. It's not better, it's not worse. It's just the past version of you doesn't exist, and you right now exist. This is how simple it is. Like, you don't need to always evaluate yourself where you are. Evaluate yourself like and compare it to past version of yourself, to other people, to the things you could be or you are not. It's like ego always needs this kind of confirmation that like I'm alright, I'm good, like just to stand on its own place, because it's not real and it's not stable, it's always shaking, you know, it's always changing, depending on your mood, depending on your perspective, depending on your experiences. But actually, you haven't changed that much. And in my previous video, I'm grieving of my childhood. That's like the childhood is gone and I'm changed and I'm operating on a different level. But the essence of me didn't change. The core of me didn't change. I'm still the same. Circumstances around me changed. My body, my thoughts, my problems, which not problems, but I don't know how to call it, circumstances again. All these things changed, but the core of who I am haven't changed at all. What is changing all the time is mirages, is not real. You cannot attach to this. You cannot attach to your childhood or to your adulthood or to being a parent or to being a single or to being with someone. Those things are constantly changing all the time. Like, there's no point grabbing for them and grieving about them. What is real is constant. What is real, it's not changeable, it's unshakable, it's unbreakable. What is real is whole. It cannot be divided into pieces. What is real is life itself, is the essence of who you are. is love, is silence. It cannot be described, it cannot be spoken. It's not this, it's not this. As long as you remember the essence of who you are, you will not grieve of not being surrounded with birds or trees. You will not grieve of your childhood that is gone. You will not grieve that you don't live in your dream place and you need to be somewhere else, or you don't have enough money or whatever. You will, it's pointless. Those are things that are always changing, and those are just the game we play here. And the truth is, if you want to play this game well, and if you really want to manipulate your circumstances and kind of manifest things in life, you have to be completely detached from them, and you have to stop wanting those things. So by the point you will be able to manipulate reality and create some stuff in your life, you will not care about these things anymore. Don't you remember how it always happens in your life? Like, you want something so badly, you want something. The time passed and you forget about this desire completely. It doesn't really matter for you, it's not relevant for you anymore, and these things appeared. And you're like, hello. Why you were not here when I wanted you so much? Well, I wasn't here because you wanted me so much. And you wanting is actually resisting and pushing away the things you want. You wanting it, it's actually interfering the process of creation. Where you are a creator and the process of creation is happening simultaneously, the same time you want something, you already have it, but because you want it and because you feel lack of it, it's not here. Like, simple, right? In the words it's simple, but it's like the entire journey from the moment we were born, like we were born pure, like crystal clear, as a part of life, God, love itself, like everything, you know. When you see child's eyes, there is not much presence of personality, of ego there, you know. There is no personality, and after personality, like, start being created and feel threatened and start believing in luck and believe like he or she is not safe, and this personality is developing and building like on top of layers of protection with the world, and this magic is gone, and your task is to rediscover that creative power that you had by the right when you were born. When you came to this earth, you were a magician, you were a creator, and you still are. And now what we are doing, we're just coming back to what we originally are. It's kind of like this. The beginning and the end is just the same point, because there's no beginning or end, it's just the infinity. The moment continuing itself. What is infinity? The moment just continuing itself, and every time it's just a new moment, new moment, new moment. It's just like infinity. There is no time, there is no beginning, no end. Don't you feel like when you sit like this, like I sit right now, and the wind is blowing, don't you feel it's like God blessing you, you know? Just close eyes for a moment and just feel that the blessings of God. It's like, and when there's the sun shining on the skin, it's like God kissing you, you know. And when you're walking barefoot on earth, on the grass. For me, my favorite surface is the grass. To walk barefoot is like you kissing the earth with your feet. And all we're doing is just making love with life itself. We dance with love. Highest virtue of magician is to make love with life, to dance in a beautiful harmonic dance with it. And the better you learn that dance of love with life, the better it is for you, for everyone, and for the life, for the planet itself. It's the best thing you can do is just to learn how to love, how to learn and appreciate love, and how to learn and appreciate learn how to appreciate and love life. I have difficulty to speak. All I have to do is just to look up, see the blue sky, see the sun, look in the person in front of me, my husband, hear the birds, and all these reminders of how much God actually loves me are always here. All I have to do is just be attentive. And it's like this for each one of us. We just ignore that love, like that care that God always gives us. I call it God because I don't know the better word for that. I keep calling it God, but what I mean by God is just the essence of life. Life takes care of itself, life takes care of you, life takes care of everyone, and we are all like safe, surrounded by love, and there is nothing for us to do but just to enjoy and stepping into essence of who we truly are, which is love, which is God, which is consciousness. I can make up many words for that, it's just words. This is something that can be only heard in silence, not with me talking, not with you watching video. It's just something that can be discovered only when you don't speak actually. And when you don't look at the surface, when you look through the objects, through directly in the essence of what is, and what is you. I love you. Thank you for being here.